Let's talk about soil levels on your washing machine. What is this setting? How do we use it? And which one is the most appropriate for you? So first of all, the soil level setting is essentially usually split into three different settings. You have the low soil, you have the medium soil, and then you have the heavy soil. So, as you probably assume, the light soil is the lowest setting. It's usually the one that your washer is going to start at if you don't make any modifications to it. Not all washers have soil levels, mine doesn't, so I'm just going to talk from my experience with my old washer here. So the light soil levels was the one that you will use if you want to use the lowest setting. So that will be the lowest temperature, the lowest duration, the lowest agitation, and this is also going to be the one that you want to use on your most delicate clothes. So think your wools, your lace underwear, thin garments, silk, certain thin synthetics like nylon will be very appropriate to use this low soil level with. You can also use this with your general clothes, your t-shirts, workwear, anything really. But the thing is that it shouldn't be too soiled, like the name implied. It shouldn't have a lot of stains. If it's a little bit dirty, dust, this type of light soiling, then it's totally fine to use this light soil level. The next step up here is going to be the medium soil level. So this one, you kind of crank up everything. You crank up the temperature a little bit, you crank up the duration and agitation of the washer. So this setting is more appropriate for your more regular stain. Think your, not oil stains, but anything else like grass, bodily fluids, blood, sauce stains. This type of stains, the regular soil will be fine as long as you catch it right away. So this is for your cotton clothes that can handle a little bit more. Your synthetic clothes as well, especially the ones that are not nylon, usually handles this quite well. Your blended synthetics as well. I would say that your exercise clothes should be able to handle this as long as you don't make them stink a lot, Also your workwear, this should be fine for most all workwear unless you work very manual job or a job that will make your clothes very dirty. A step up from this again is going to be the heavy soil, and as you probably can assume by now, this cranks up everything even more, so the temperature, the agitation and the duration of the cycle as well. So this is going to be for your heavily soiled garments, the ones where the stains are a little bit rougher to get out, especially oil-based stains. The heavy soil is going to be your best friend there. You can pre-treat the stains as well if it is other stains. I will say though that this cycle is pretty rough on your garments. So don't use this on your regular clothes that don't need this cycle. You always want to keep it as low on the soil levels as possible. But of course, if you need to wash something, you need to wash something, right? So if you have workwear that is dirty, or if you just have something that smells badly and it can handle it, this is the way to go. The garments that I usually would use this soil level for is the ones that, your thick cotton garments particularly. For like regular cotton garments like t-shirts and socks, underwear, I would usually go maximum medium soil level. But for them thick ones like your towels, your sheets, and to a certain degree work pants as well, I would do the heavy soil level. They need a little bit more agitation to clean them properly, as you can imagine. But what it comes down to is always use the lowest cycle possible. And I would like to add that even if your delicate garments are stained, they are dirty, you can't go higher up than the low soil level. And the same would go for every other garment. If they can't handle more than the level you have them at, don't crank it up. It's going to ruin your clothes. Putting your delicate garments on heavy soil, it's a recipe for disaster. Your clothes are not going to handle it at all. Now, I also wanted to discuss a little bit about soil levels compared to water levels. So this kind of interact a little bit strangely, and as many probably think, just increasing the soil level means that you increase the water level, but that's not really the case. Soil level is more, it describes the level of dirt that is on your clothes, how soiled your clothes are, not how much water you use. But they interact with each other. The more soiled your garments are, generally the more water you will need to add to clean them out properly. You can also use soil level in conjunction with your regular washer cycles on a lot of washers. I could with one I had before this one. That way I could, for example, put on a cotton cycle and I could crank soil level down to low. If I would change it up to medium, then it would generally change out a lot of the settings, but this is a quick and easy way to kind of adjust if you want to adjust the cycles. Just remember that the last setting that you put in is going to be the one that is active, of course. But yeah, I really would encourage you to experiment a little bit with this. Also, you may want to look a little bit at your clothes, compare some of how much you need to clean them properly from time to time. It's pretty interesting if you dive a little bit into it. As you can imagine, different garments need different soil levels. Synthetics in particular don't need a lot, while maybe a denim skirt that is pretty thick would need a lot. Yeah, so I hope this was useful. I'm gonna make more videos coming up here. I made a bunch in the past already that you can check out. Yesterday we talked about temperature on your washer in general. So yeah, I'll see you over in the next one.